Do we have video games? Do we have sound? Do we have everything else? Can we just play some fucking video games? I think we're good. I think we are good on video games. We're good on audio. Man, all right. We got through it, everybody. We got through it. The power of friendship and video games. All right, well, if you are just joining us, hi, welcome to Stop Skeletons Live. I'm Derek Alexander. I wanted to play some video games. After some technical shortcomings, we persevered, we got through it, and let's play some video games. All right, I recently just did a video. I just did a video, if you're watching this. I recently did a video. Watching this live on Symphony of the Night, the Metroidvania, one that started it all in terms of the Metroidvania, but lest we forget that, like, you know, it all started with Metroid, right? And that's what we're starting off with here. Metroid is a tough game. So I don't imagine we'll actually get very far. So I kind of forget where to go with this game, and you know, you start with 30 health, got a low jump here. I guess that actually is a pretty big jump, but you have a short burst with your beam. Well, man, this is the original one right here. I remember seeing advertisements for this game, and at the kiosk at the Sears where we bought our original Nintendo. This is one of the big games that Nintendo was pushing for a while. This and Kid Icarus, and of course Mario. Hasn't aged very well though. Still a fine game, but man, it's pretty fucking tough. There's no map or anything at all. It's just pause. There's no indication of really even what you're doing. This is back in the day when you needed instruction books. Oh. You know, instruction books had the story, it filled in all the details as to whatever the fuck you're supposed to be doing. Pretty amazing game for its time. You know, the idea that it was one kind of unbroken area, separated into kind of chunks, but not a linear game, just, you know, level after level. I think this, you know, one of the first games to really do that, especially at least on the Nintendo. Still trailblazing in that regard. A lot of jumping though, these big long corridors. A lot of jumping. So our first task is going to be to get some missiles so that we can get the bomb. And I forget where all that stuff is. There's only so many places to go. But it involves going up and down these long columns, and I forget exactly where you want to go. Oops. Oh, nope. Alright. I can't duck, so I can't hit this guy unless I'm down here. And I'm trying to do fancy moves. I should just kill these chumps. To duck is to go like that. So, nothing I can really do. Except kill all the guys. Clear the place out for me. On the one hand, though, this game is really hard. Has not aged all that wonderfully. I believe there is a energy tank down here. But one thing this game has is a really solid feeling of isolation. You know, the game obfuscates so much. It holds your hand so little that playing this game as a kid, it really did feel like you were on, you know, an alien planet all by yourself, just trying to get by and figure out shit. Kind of like the difficulty plays into that. Still doesn't excuse it from, you know, the various gameplay improvements that have happened over the years since then. Oh, there's the missiles. Okay, I thought this was where the E-Tank was. Alright. I got missiles. which, again, they don't tell you anything. You have missiles now. You have to hit select, and now I'm blue, and I can shoot missiles. But I only have 5. I want to save all 5 so I can open up a door. Oh. I could just sit here and grind for health and stuff. But y'all waited long enough to see a show. I'm going to play some games, give you a show. You know, you didn't sit through 20 minutes of technical issues to watch me do the same thing over and over again. Great fucking music, too. I'm not sure if anybody's talking about that in the chat. But this game had absolutely phenomenal music. This area, you know, this theme is very jaunty. It's very upbeat. It's just like, hey, let's go on an adventure. You know, when you get to Norfair and other places, the music is very minimal, very emotionally heavy. Really puts you in a mood of like, fuck, I'm in a dangerous place right now. The Kraid theme especially is spooky, but I've always liked the melody of it. That da 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 da. Really solid melody. But yo, these columns are kind of fucking long. This goes on for a while. Oops. I think if I go up long enough and I hit the left, I will see a red door, and that'll give us some more stuff. And I believe these floating guys, huh? Thought wrong. Oh, I gotta go back to the left. That's where I need to go. Those floating guys you cannot hurt. I believe later on you get the ice beam, and then you can kill them with a missile. But right now, just gotta avoid them. I remember playing this game a lot as a kid. I got it kind of late. I bought the re-release version of it. So my NES cartridge is the newer one. Like a picture of Samus wearing the Vera suit from Super Metroid, I believe. But I kind of came to this game a little late, and I recall going to one area where the high jump boots were, and going in a loop. I kept on going in this one area, and after every half hour, I come around to the same high jump boots again. I think technically this game, in a way, never actually ends. And there's all different ways you can glitch the game out and go to oh Jesus, and go to all kinds of rooms that aren't supposed to exist. So pop, 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 pop. Oh no! Oh, mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I should have known better. I got the L. Did it again. Did it again like a chomp. What am I thinking? So no charge beam in this game, but you get the length. Which is definitely nice. Still can't duck. Still can't hit those guys. Gotta wait for them to get on the wall. Also, if you notice those flying guys, they don't complete their jump and go back up until you jump. So you can kind of get them to stay in an area and take them out. That's the long beam. I think if I go up further is the end of the game. Way up here, you have to kill Raid and Creed. What the hell are their names? I'm blanking on their Ridley and Kraid are the two bosses that have appeared in every single Metroid game in some form. But why don't I show them to you? Oh. There. See, they won't spawn again if you leave the item there. That's how you get them. Oh, gee, this is a mess right here. I'm not sure if all y'all are wearing headphones, but I love the bass tone in this song. Oh. Nintendo sound chip is something else, let me tell you. Not only is these songs well composed, just well engineered too. I need missiles. And one of these chumps is giving me missiles. Whoop, oh. Ain't no one give me missiles. Didn't give me nothing. Okay, well, you know what? I mean, that's Metroid. That's I wouldn't say it's absolutely an essential NES game that you need to beat. I'd say it's an essential NES game that everyone should definitely play. Really, really good. Still solid shit. Well, let's move on, shall we? Let's keep going. Let's do Metroid II on the Game Boy. Now, Metroid 1 got a remake, which we might have time to play a little later. Zero Mission on the GBA is a fantastic game. I really wish they would remake this one, because I'm not sure if you can really tell how like tiny this screen is. It's really, really rough. They should really make this game and kind of pull it back. And I want to say that there was even like an indie game fan version of this game being like remade through some kind of Super Metroid map builder. I'm not sure if whatever came of that. Oh, look at this, I can duck and I already have my rolling ball. Oh, I can shoot down, which you could not do in the first Metroid. Shoot up, but you couldn't shoot down. This is a pretty good game. It's been a while since I played it, but it's a much bigger map, and it tries to be a little more straightforward, but there's no kind of map or anything. The thing we kind of take for granted with games like these are the big maps, big colorful fun maps, and that didn't come around until Super Metroid, Metroid III. So typically how this game works is you get to a fork in the road, and one way will be a dead end, and the other way will be a Metroid. And the big gimmick with this game, if you see in the lower right-hand corner, I have 39 Metroids to kill in this planet. And so you're actually trying to find Metroids and just instigate quick boss battles. And once you have cleared a couple of Metroids out of a certain area, then like a wall or, shifts, sand, moves itself from the floor. So it is sort of open world, but it still has lots of, a very gated progression. Some really interesting stuff. They were trying to figure out this genre, Hasn't aged beautifully. Hasn't, it's not the greatest game, but not bad. Definitely one that could use a remake. Do I have bombs yet? I do not have bombs yet, no. You also get a spring ball. You get to jump with your ball, and there's a spider ball that lets you hug the walls. Uh-oh. It's like Resident Evil Nemesis. Got it. Started with missiles. Look at that. Oh. And I bet if I go back to that one place and go to the right, a wall has now shifted. Oh, cool. Awfully nice of them. Yeah, I played this one and beat it way back on my old-ass fat Game Boy. I remember actually being kind of scared. It can be a really scary game because you get to certain rooms and you're like, oh, I bet there's a fucking Metroid here. And then you come to it and it's like ba ba ba, and it just launches you into the fight. You never quite know what you're gonna get. Control's pretty good though. I like how she moves really slowly, and the jump is nice and slow. You know, these types of games, I've talked about this in some of my videos. You know, they had to make this for a tiny screen, and then also had to realize that people were playing this on a really kind of bad device. The old Game Boy, like, the screen bled so bad. It really, bled like my webcam is doing now. But they had to make certain games like really slow just so you could keep up with what was actually happening. So sometimes these games move really slow, just because moving too quickly, the screen doesn't have a good refresh rate, or whatever the proper term describing Game Boy hardware would be. What the fuck is that even? What is that? Like a Cyclops bat thing crab? I don't like it. I don't like it. Some chump shit. Nope. Nope. I don't like it. Yeah, probably right here is where the ground removed for me. Oh, look at this cool dude with his mohawk. That's a cool guy. Wow. Tough guy, too. Oh my gosh. I touched the mohawk. I couldn't handle it. Oh, and this is a Game Boy game. I'm not sure if you're talking about this in the chat already, but this is totally like playing on a Super Game Boy, or I guess like this is emulating a Game Boy Color. And I never quite knew exactly how it worked, but yeah, they made the Super Game Boy, they made the Game Boy Color, and you could put in old Game Boy games, and they would sort of like use the palettes of grays and greens and stuff, and they were able to make color out of them. So even though this game came out well before any Game Boy game had the ability to do color, it has color. Because I guess Nintendo knew what R&D was doing, so they were able to anticipate it. So can I go in here? Oh, I can go in there. But yo, it's killing me real fast. Oh, that was a mistake right there. No, this. Oh, that's right. The music changed, because I think that means there's a Metroid in this room. Which, this might go really poorly, because I don't have a lot of health. God damn it. You son of a bitch. One more hit. Metroid's around here somewhere. Crank up the sound a little bit. It's too quiet. Oops. I want to get enough health so I can stop that beeping noise. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, man. I bet there's a thing in the ground. Oh, you motherfucker. There's more of them. There we go. Try me. Try me. Look at that. I'm ready for the Metroid. That's a frog thing. Get out of your frog thing. This is still really tense. I'm on edge waiting for this fucking Metroid, man. Oh. Wait, what? I thought that was... I'm almost like mad now that I didn't get a Metroid. Did I miss the Metroid? What happens? That was really underwhelming. I'm really let down. Oh yeah, and that was totally the music. I'm not sure if people were curious what that weird beeping noise. That's all what the music was at that point. It was just tense. Wait. I want to kill a Metroid. Oh. Oh, Metroid time. Come on, baby. Come on. God damn it. This is pretty cool, too, I guess. Bombs! There we go. Is that 10 more bombs? Or did it refill my bombs and give me 5? That's a lot of bombs. Oh, probably gonna have to leave it there. Because there's no more. Oh, is the L number 4? Oh, I think you pause it. It tells you how many more are left in that area. Yeah, this game's still pretty good. The game's still pretty good. I would like to see a remake of it, though. It's unfortunate. You know what? There's one game that I don't think people realize kind of falls into this Metroid business. Oh, I gotta restart it. There is one Metroid-style game. I think I might have played it on a stream a year or two ago. But TMNT 3 Radical Rescue for the Game Boy is also a Metroidvania. Or I guess rather just a Metroid. Kind of two-dimensional exploration action game. I'll take this moment to see if there's any questions in the chat, though. Stop skeletons from emulating, but it looks so much better when I emulate. And I have all the games here. And all my games are in storage. Except, like my PlayStation 1 games, which all the footage captured for my Symphony of the Night video, that was done on my disc, on the PS3. Which I guess is technically emulation, but, you know, running PS1 games on a PS3 looks a lot better. Y'all just chat amongst yourselves. It's fine. Cool. Turtle power. A year. Just 1 year. While 3 of the turtles relaxed in their sewer retreat. A special bulletin from April O'Neil interrupts their favorite TV show and pizza time. No one got time for this. No one got time for this. I think you play... Yep. I gotta rescue my brothers. So it starts off with... Alright. This is just like, you know, Follow the Foot Clan and stuff like that. You know, kind of classic style the Game Boy game. But then you pause and you're like, what the fuck is this? Exactly. I've not played this very much because I think you get to the first boss pretty quickly. And the first boss is a pain in the ass. But the first two Turtles games on Game Boy, they were fine, but they're like the simplest games you could possibly make. They're so fucking simple. And you know, they were fine. Oh, that's right. Look at that. They were fine for like kids and stuff, but you know, they're really not very good games. And so I don't think I ever played the third one until, man, I think sometime in my teenage years. Had no idea that it was something completely different. Whoops. And I think it's super interesting. I think it's super fucking weird. So there was, you know... Oh, I totally botched that. There was this game. There was Simon's Quest. And then there was Symphony of the Night. Konami have been experimenting with this formula longer than you might realize. And the one jump I fuck up, it takes you all the way back here. Like right away, this game already seems like it's kind of weird. Like, why not just let me go into the fucking cave? Alright. So I think the majority of the game takes place, like, in here. I think this is the map proper. And I've had some fans over the years, like, talk to me about reviewing this game, and I need to spend more time with it, because I'm really not convinced it's that good. You know, it's just kind of interesting that it's a Metroid-style game. But I don't know that it is necessarily a good one of those. Pizza. I love pizza. Okay, I don't need that pizza. Can I... Wait. Will that go to my health, or will it go, like, down at the bottom? Aha! Okay, cool. Got one pizza in reserve. You gotta have your pizza reserves proper. I don't really know where I'm going. I don't really know what I'm doing, but just trying to have a good time. Yeah, I saw that boulder. Can't fool me twice. I love how it says Cowabunga every time. Put that pizza in my pocket. Imagine that. It's a pocket pizza. Wait, did that bat explode when it hit the wall? Exploding bats. Oh, jeez. What the hell is that? Oh, my God. Where did that come from? Oh, I'm here. Oh, I can't make that? Nope. Alright. Look at this chump. Oh, you motherfucker. Got me in the head. It's my weak spot. How'd they know? Music's not too bad, though. Let's go a little crank on that. I like this song. Sounds a bit like a Gradius song. Oh, you motherfucker. Ah. Damn bat. I want to get to that dot. I don't know what that dot is. Whoa. There we go. Oh. Very self-explanatory. Oh, that was a mistake. How do I use my pizza? I want to use my pizza. Maybe I'll just use it automatically when I die? Oh, I didn't pick that one up. That one went right to my health. That's weird. What? Oh, that's awesome. Yes, I'm just going around. Like, I don't even know what really I'm doing. I remember last time playing this, I got to a boss and he kicked my ass. I think he had like way more hits than me too. Oh, I think I can get to this dot up here. Oh. Okay, I want to go one more up and get that dot. What's the dot? Hashtag what is the dot? 2015. There you are. Oh, fuck. Yeah. It's right by the ladder shit. Oh my gosh. Look for a key. Ah. It's like the Goonies. It's like the Goonies 2. Oh, jeez. That was another game that was sort of Metroid-like. It's the Goonies 2. And I liked the Goonies 2. That's a hell of a game. Aw. So yeah, TMNT 3 Rad Rescue. Radical Rescue. Who knew, right? It's pretty crazy. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, I'm going to have to readjust this. Because it's so much bigger. No, I think that looks alright. Try to get this looking a little more like that. Here we go. This is a fucking video game right here. Ah, that's the good stuff right there. Arguably the greatest game ever made, right here. Absolutely one of, in the top, like, 10 greatest games ever made. Super Metroid. Let's jump in. Oops. That's right. There we go. This is a good time for questions because this intro...
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
I always thought that sounded stupid. Never did I think that sounded good. So we can't skip this. So how's it going in the chat? Favorite turtle? Fuck, man. Probably Mikey, but, you know, it's been a while since I've really gotten into the turtles. I kind of have my like, retro, nostalgic cartoon kick a couple years ago. Kind of put that all behind me. And I got way back into the Disney afternoon shit. I fell back in harder with, like, you know, DuckTales and Rescue Rangers. And I didn't really get back into the Turtles. I don't know why. What did I use to capture the Symphony of the Night footage? My Elgato. Elgato game capture. It has built-in game capture shit right there. I ran it off of the PS3. You have to run it through a composite. It doesn't let you do HDMI. And I think I had it going at 720. The quality is pretty fucking great. If you watch the Clock Tower review, I kind of split the footage there half and half before I realized what looked better, but half of that game footage was captured on a PlayStation 1 with composite cables, and a PlayStation 3 with composite cables. And the PlayStation 3 footage looks so much like crisper. The blacks are so much blacker. There isn't like a gray kind of haze over it all. So no, PS3, PlayStation 1 game, Elgato. The Elgato game capture card's kind of expensive though. There's probably better. There's other things out there for you. Looked smooth as fuck. Also, you gotta have, you know, right, the good editing software that knows how to render that shit, which hasn't always been the case. Like getting good gameplay footage and then getting it in a capacity with which that, you know, editing software understands and knows how to use. AM2R? I don't know what AM2R is. Everyone's talking about AM2R. Advanced Metroid II Return of Samus? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Did I ever do any advertising for my videos when I started out? No. I've had to like I had my DVDs out for like a year or so before I even bothered to make like an actual thing, like a trailer for them. Oh, I'm sorry, I got this. I gotta take this text real quick here. But no, I never really advertised my shit, and that's probably why I never got super popular. I was always really, really just, like, scared of it. I just hated the idea of advertising. I don't know why. Oh, that's right. A is jump, and X is... Okay, I'll have to get used to that. I also didn't start doing the thing like, hey, like, comment, and subscribe at the end of my videos until recently. I did it once before, kind of doing the Stop Skeletons thing, and I was so fucking nervous. I was so awkward. I still kind of hate doing it, but I'm getting better at it. You know, the reality is, like, there's nothing wrong with advertising your shit. It's okay. I was gonna grab this Metroid. I just want to grab a little buddy. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Why don't you come with me? Oh my god, it's a dinosaur. So this fight, you either can shoot it enough till it leaves, or you just get down to a certain amount of energy, and then it just leaves. So. But this first episode here, this first level, shows right away what like Super Metroid had in fucking spades, which was just like atmosphere and tension. I mean, there really aren't a whole lot of Super Nintendo games you can consider like atmospheric and like scary. But yeah, this game kind of tries to do that. Really set a mood. Like, this game has so much personality. We gotta get out of here now. So these air bursts are going to push me back but not hurt me. You actually can't die here, but if you run out of time, then you have to do it again. And I was answering questions, and I took. I was talking over the intro, but yeah, this directly follows Metroid II, which is kind of interesting. The whole like the larva followed me like it was a scared child. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. That's actually how Metroid 2 ends. You fight the mother, or the Queen Metroid? Yeah, the Queen Metroid, and then you pick up the little larva, and it spins around you, and it breaks away all the blocks in this wall, and then it leads you back to a cliff that's right above your ship. So actually, the start of Metroid 2 is right at the end. If you could zap right back up and someone clip through all that wall, you would be able to somehow like sequence break the game or something like that. Which I would imagine there's some kind of crazy speedrun where that happens. Another Metroid 2 remake. Now we're over here. This whole area is it's so weird. Like, you kind of almost expect this now. But this game still hasn't started yet. Like, not proper. All the bugs flying away. Everything's kind of dark. This music, I'm going to crank this music up a little more. You know, it's smart because it shows that the people who made this game understood what was great about Metroid 1 was the isolation, was the planet being a character, which was kind of a new and interesting thing for a game at the time. Remember, it took me a while to realize this when I first played the game, but here is the Mother Brain's capsule. This is walking all the way back through the end of Metroid 1. Which also, that level of, like, kind of canon and through line between games, you also didn't see a whole lot of. There's so much about this game that I don't think people... Like, you might not even realize how this game is so trailblazing, but that's kind of how it is when you fucking rewrite the whole book. You know, people don't realize that everything that this game does was trailblazing, and it was the first to do so many of these things. And yeah, understanding you could have an intro to your game this tense and this kind of slow. Usually, you know, these games like round 1, you just start the first level and you just go into town. But nah, man, Super Metroid, they really tried to bring it in, really take it down and make this game kind of a big, living, breathing thing. Something much, much bigger and kind of more important. Oh wait, something else I gotta get right. That's right, I'm getting ahead of myself. I gotta do some more exploring. Have I ever met Rue or Norman? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, we all go back to the Retroware TV days. I ain't seen him in a while, though. But Norman I still keep in touch. Actually, I was on one of Norm's videos. I was the voice of Shigesato... Oh, not Shigesato Itoi. Miyamoto. In his Mario 2 video. I don't know if Joey still makes videos, though. I think he just does his podcast thing. But Norm's been killing it, man, making, like, fantastic videos. Okay, now I think I can go back and start this game proper. Oh, wait. Oh, it's been a while since I played this game. I'm realizing now there was a good 10-year stretch where I beat this game every year. This is on my yearly calendar. I think after beating it like 4 or 5 times, I don't remember how many, I think I just finally got sick of it. You know, it's a great game, but I really couldn't play it again. And now it has been many years. Okay, now I think I can go back upstairs and start some shit. Look up for some chumps. Start dumping on some chumps. Oh yeah, here's the music. Now we got music, which means we got bad guys. Oh no! I'm so spooked by these bad guys. There's also a charming aspect of the tones that are in this game's soundtrack. Not only is the music in this game very well composed, just tonally, it's a very interesting soundtrack. It's like all the instruments they use are really good. This whole game is such a strange and good personality. I think there's a weird lag going on with my emulation here, which is further reason to just make $1 million so I can bring all of my stuff down here and stream this stuff legit-wise. Emulation is really convenient. And also, you know, typically you can get a much better quality footage, but every once in a while you do run into a game that isn't quite emulated right. You know, some of these games I'm already really, really familiar with, and so I'm just capturing footage for reviews and stuff. And I've come across a handful of things that are like, oh, this is not good. This is not how it actually worked. Oh, you know what? We fucked around so much with the problems, all the technical issues. I've actually got to run here pretty soon. I got to wrap this up, I'm sad to say. That and the computer to my right here that has the chat running is running out of batteries. So that chat's about to go away. Well, we played a lot of Metroid games. We didn't even get into any Castlevania games, so I'll have to maybe come back and do this again later. So I think that's gonna have to do it here. I'm sad to say. Here, let me just crank this a little bigger. Hey. What's going on? I'm gonna pull the chat over here on this computer because this one's about to die. Oh, Rue made a new video for ActRaiser 2. Man, fuck that game. That game sucks. Say it right here. I'm sure he has something interesting to say about it. He makes good shit, but no, that game's not good. No, I'm really sorry. We got to wrap up, everybody. I know I wanted to do some Metroid. Wanted to do some Castlevania and other weird stuff too. But unfortunately, that's just not what's meant to be. I will fuck more with this OBS thing. It's still not even quite up to snuff with how I imagined it is on the PC version. And there's still much I have to learn and figure out. So I apologize for all the technical shortcomings and all the technical issues we had, but it was good to have some fun time, play a little bit of video games. Oh, by the way, this is my office. This is my office with this imported Italian partition, super rare. This is really, really expensive, actually. It's the highest quality cardboard from Amazon you can get. But it actually it works well enough, and big partitions are kind of really expensive. I would need something a little bigger. You can get like a 2 or 3 thing partition, just like a piece of wood, and I need something a little more. So it started off as something I put up around like February. It's actually kind of falling apart. You can't see; it's like slumping over, but it's worked out so well. I don't know, and I can stick stuff to it. That's kind of cool. I'm sorry I'm going. I'm real sorry. I don't want to have to go, but it's Friday night. I got stuff I got to do. But yeah, once I get this OBS a little more figured out, I feel better about... Oh, you know what we can do? Where's that Dracula? Oh, we can put some Dracula. Get Dracula. No. Yeah, okay. So we're not just sitting here in silence. But yeah, I want to do more of these streams. I like doing these streams a lot. I kind of miss doing the live show stuff. But what I used to do the streams from my own place, I just used the streaming software that came off of the Elgato sound card, or capture card rather, and that doesn't allow you to do graphics and webcam and stuff like that. And I wanted to do this is really what I wanted to do, something a little more personal and more interesting, having images and stuff like that, and animated GIFs and things running in the background, trying to figure all that out, and then also trying to figure out all of the weird bells and whistles and switches and knobs. OBS is a far more complicated piece of software than I'm used to using, so it's a whole world to figure out. And then also using the Mac version, it's not quite up to snuff with the PC version. So yeah, that's how that goes. When is the next Stop Skeletons podcast? I had to cancel the podcast. I didn't really want to make a big announcement because we recorded an episode and then I just could not get to it. And then I was looking at my schedule for videos, and I just realized that I just don't have the time for it. And so at the moment, the Stop Skeletons podcast is put on hold. I want to do podcasts. I like doing podcasts. I like talking about games, but just the reality of like, man, I just need to focus on videos. And this was something I had a big problem when I was living back in Alaska. And last year, when I was I used to do music, and I did podcasts and streams and all this different stuff. And then it was the realization of like, I just don't want to do a million projects anymore. And I really just want to focus up on just the videos. Yeah, and same with Retro Beats. The Retro Beats podcast actually was quite a bit of work. I don't know that, and it was really just a vehicle for me to explore music production in a different capacity, because I always felt comfortable in my ability to write music, but then the ability to kind of produce it and to engineer it, the whole side of the music making process that's more technical and less just creative, was such a strange thing to me, and that was my way of doing that. But again, it was very time consuming. It I could spend a whole night or 2 or 3 nights working on an episode of Retro Beats. I would rather spend that time editing a video or writing a script, and just right now I just want to focus on the videos. And so no more podcasts at the moment. And I'm not saying I'll never do them again, of course, but I think Jeff and I did a great job with the Stop Skeletons podcast. I really enjoyed doing it, but it was just a time thing. I really needed to focus on the making videos. I don't think XSplit is on Mac. No, I don't believe it is either. I'm pretty sure, like, when it comes to streaming shit on a Mac and not plugging a couple $100 down for broadcast software, there's just not a lot of options. There really aren't. And for the longest time, I used Elgato, the built-in stuff, just because that was all there really was. OBS, I think, has only existed on the Mac for about a year, and has only been like an actual functioning piece of hardware for about 6-7 months now. So really bigger streaming capabilities without getting a Windows partition or a streaming PC. There was no other opportunity, and now that there's this opportunity with OBS, and it would appear they're updating it pretty frequently. So hopefully, as we move forward, OBS will become a better and better piece of software for Mac streaming. How's Washington life treating you? Seattle we moved here during the hottest summer on record. I can't handle this 90-degree heat. It's really bad. I don't know if you can tell how sweaty I am right now because I had to turn the fans off and close some of the windows. It's pretty hot in here. Washington has been wonderful up until about June, and then shit started getting really fucking hot. Was not enjoying that. Had to get a whole bunch of fans. I have a little baby fan here. This is one of the most important pieces of the video making process. It's this fan that I point it right at my body, and it keeps me pretty cool. And I got it for a couple of bucks at a Goodwill. Yeah, it's nice. But it gets really hot around here, and Seattle's not a city that was built with air conditioning. And I talked to some friends and been like, man, I had a friend of mine who just got an air conditioning for their living room, and I was like, why did they get an air conditioning before? Why they've lived in that apartment for so long? Why didn't they get an air conditioning? Like, because normally it's never this hot. So we moved up during one of the hottest summers. So that sucks. Otherwise, though, I've been fine. Really no complaints. Turns out that we got a pretty good deal on our apartment. It's not, not stupid cheap. Still, rent is still a large commitment. But we've been reading some things, and rent's getting kind of crazy, I guess, in Seattle. And if we can stick with this deal here, we got a pretty good deal. It turns out. Going to PAX this year. Any panels? I'll probably be going to the Giant Bomb panel. But yeah, fucking PAX is a bus ride away. Absolutely, I'm way into that. And there's also going to be a retro convention, like the Seattle Retro Expo. I think is in October, or maybe that's the Portland one. But I would like to go to the Portland one because Portland is a bus ride away. PAX is here in town, and then I guess Seattle's having its own retro show. So I would hope to be. I want to go to all those. Yeah. Yeah, California or Arizona, where you're guaranteed air conditioning. I know 90 degrees isn't a whole lot, but 90 degrees is a lot when you don't have air conditioning, and especially in Alaska, when we get like to 80 degrees, everything was super insulated and stuff because it might get hot in Alaska, but it'll definitely get cold in Alaska. So they build all of their buildings and stuff to manage with the cold. It's not good for those types of buildings in the hot weather. Oh, are you in here? We got people in the... you're in Oregon. Okay, 100 degrees in Oregon. I was going to ask anybody is in the Seattle area. You could probably go to that retro game con in Portland. I would like to, yeah. Air conditioning costs money to use. Our electricity bill for this last month was actually like double because we were going crazy with those fans and did stupid shit like leave the fans on all day even when we weren't home. And we got the electricity bill like... Oh, we should probably cool it on those fans. Fuck. But anyway, I'm going to run. I got to get going. I got to be somewhere. And I want to say thanks again to all the people watching. All this last-minute stuff is always great. I want to get better with streaming. And so hopefully I'll have a more consistent thing going on. For now, still trying to figure out the kinks, man. But I thank you so much for showing up on these last-minute things. I know y'all got lives and stuff. I appreciate you hanging out with me. But that's going to do it for tonight. Hopefully next week something. I don't know. But I don't keep your ear to the ground. The new video's out. Please check that out. I'm on Patreon. If you want to support me, that's always wonderful. Or just, tell a friend about the show. All that stuff. Thanks again. Love you all. Stay safe. Stay cool. Don't get too warm. Stay hydrated. And I'll see y'all again real soon. Bye.